year did you start helping out at Camp Mag?
It was the first year Caleb was able to be there, so 3rd and 4th grade for Caleb. So he would have been around, 8 or 9, 9 or 10?
I say 2009. I say 2009, 2010.
Yeah. So a little later. And then, so Holly and I only went up for his 3rd grade. So we only stayed 2 days.
Okay.
We fell in love with the camp. Fell in love with all the workers, all the volunteers. I still have all their pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
And just knew that's where God wanted us. Didn't know what role. First year I was there, I didn't do anything. I just stood. 2nd year I was there, I think I helped out with maybe a Bible study or something, maybe a devotion. And then it just kind of built up from there. And now we stay all week. Hondo Ragsdale is the absolute director. But what Terry and Linda Mathis have done over there 25 years, I guess.
Probably. Actually, 2017 was 25 years, you're right, Clay. Is when they were in year 8, Terry and Linda were doing celebrating 20 years of being at Camp Mac.
Yeah. What they have done and how they have been able to not just see their vision come to fruition. It's easy to see your own vision come to fruition, right? But the difficult part is passing that vision on to someone else.
Yeah.
And they've been able to do that through all, guys like you, guys like Hondo, Holly and I. There's, Karen Cox, Leslie Culver, Slade and Celie Culver were basically born there at camp and grew up their whole life there. There's so many people.
Your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, Val.
Karen and Val.
I'm happy I'm gonna be there. I'm happy I'm gonna be there all week.
All week.
Been wanting to do this forever.
I'll probably gain about 10 pounds.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll be well fed. There's not a bad Camp Mac.
Yeah.
No, nobody comes out of there losing weight. If you do, it's your own fault because they'll make you whatever.
Yeah.
It's great time, great food, great messages, great music, and now
great dance, great singing, great dancing, and like Clay said, great messages like sermons and Bible studies, and there'll be the slip and slide thing. I really can't wait to do that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But of course, you're gonna see Clay preach too. He's gonna be.
I should be bringing the message.
His A game.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Okay. Yeah. Trying to boost you up. We're trying to.
There you go.
So that's the verse, John.
So it's John 14:6. It's talking about the essential Jesus, or Jesus is essential, and how our world is getting so watered down. I guess is the right word, the right term. Of you could just be a good person, or just as long as you believe in something. Jesus kind of in John 14:6 says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me." At our local church, I want to coin a phrase. I'm not smart enough to coin a phrase, but I want to coin a phrase about how that section of Scripture, along with a lot of others, are exclusively inclusive or inclusively exclusive. I don't know how to term it. That Jesus says, "I am the way, and there's no way to the Father except through Him." So He is exclusive, but that exclusion of Jesus includes everyone. Everyone can come to Jesus. Doesn't matter who you are, what your background is. Doesn't matter anything. What you've done, what you think you've done, what's been done to you, you can come to Jesus, and He will accept you and save you. But it is exclusive. Only through Jesus can you go. So, trying to come up with some ideas and how to. That's obviously a message most kids have heard before. But how to say that in a way that will be understood by 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, and 7th and 8th graders. So
okay.
Yeah.
Three different age groups and different responses
much
to the
different.
gospel.
Much different responses.
In personal lives too. Doesn't matter.
So did you call this shirt pink?
It's a
I
pink.
think
Actually,
AC's
pink.
colorblind. I don't think.
I don't
Or,
know if
or
it's
maybe
pink.
it's reddish. I don't know.
I'm kind of seeing pink now that you said it.
Yeah.
though.
I see
yeah.
some pink clay.
I'm starting to question.
I'm questioning my own eyes because that's definitely red.
It's
Yeah.
it's definitely red.
This is called heathered red, which I don't know what heathering means, but
Yeah.
apparently it means making it pink. But yeah, that's it.
I'm happy the way the camp shirts are designed.
Nancy, yeah,
Thank you, Nancy Windhorse.
did a good job.
Well done, Nancy.
Yeah, I think AC's just happy because he hates wearing gray shirts. He doesn't-
Oh yeah, we did the athletic gray for quite a few years,
Yeah.
and then the kind of athletic blue.
And you guys did purple 2018. You did.
Yeah.
You did. I think you did an orange one year, but
Yeah, we've done orange. That was, I think, my first year. Holly can tell me. Holly could tell me right now if she wanted to what year we did orange, but we did orange. One of these days, I know Greg Hines has it, but one of these days I want to have a quilt done with all the church camp
I was
shirts.
just about to say something about that. I wonder if anyone out there has every single Camp Max shirt from every single year.
Well, probably not every single, but I'm sure Leslie Culver.
Pretty close.
It has pretty close, because that was even pre Terry Mathis when they started.
Yeah,
That
Ryan-
was McCaney.
Yeah, and Ryan Anderson preached at some Camp Max.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And before him, it was
Before
Brian
Clay.
Anderson.
Yeah.
His dad Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been quite a few different preachers at Camp Mac,
Yep.
so it's all been good. And what's great about it is we always see God move and work up there. Even on these days, it's like 100 degrees here. It's not as hot up there. It's amazing what God does.
Yeah.
He is, again, sovereign and sufficient.
And the camp is in Ewing, Illinois, in a very small town
Out in the country.
out in the countryside.
Got swimming pools and slip and slides and
Yeah.
air conditioning.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do have air
For
conditioning.
several years
Lots of
there
food.
wasn't much, or
Yeah.
so
Yep.
So it's air conditioned.
yeah.
Yep.
Great food. Allison Jeffords is going to be up there again helping to
Yep.
get some great food.
Karen Bunch, of course.
Karen Bunch, Lindsay Conkle.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Yeah.
I think Stacy Westbrook's will be
Yeah.
there. Molly Strapmeyer said she's actually.
Yes,
happy.
this will be Molly's introductory year, and she's staying all week.
So besides outside of family, who was the first person from Metropolis they met?
Oh, I'm gonna say your dad is definitely one of them, because before we even came over here, I think I came to see Dr. Oliver, and I came over here to see Dr. Heine. But another person, and this person has to have a shout out. Another person, and I've never told him this, that made a huge impact in my life was Greg Neely.
Carrie
Okay.
Neely. He's not on Facebook, but if Carrie Neely, Campbell, Ben, if you're watching this,
He was
show
one
him
of,
this clip.
you know, I'd lived in the same town from 1976 till, about 1985 or so, and then moved a few miles away, but still in the same county, went to the same school. And it was like nobody really cared about you.
Right.
But when I moved over here, and Holly had always told me, first 12 years of our marriage, if we moved to Metropolis, people really care about it. If you move to Metropolis, people genuinely want to know you. And I thought that was just hooey. I thought she just wanted to be by her family, who are great.
Sure.
I love my in-laws. I love my family here.
Mhm.
But it was guys like Greg Neely that didn't have a reason to stop and talk to me. We weren't even going to church at First Baptist at the time.
That's right.
Okay.
But your dad obviously was very kind to me. Other people in the community, but Greg Neely was kind of the first person that had no reason to be kind to me, who was overtly kind to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
he
great
was-
guy. Yeah.
great guy.
Yeah.
But he's not the first people from
Yes.
Metropolis I met,
Okay.
because when we lived in Kentucky, we went to church with Jason Brinker.
Oh, I know. I remember Jason
Yeah.
Brinker.
And Jason had a knucklehead friend who was going to college.
Nathan.
Yeah.
And he's the second person, Nathan, that genuinely cared about me.
Yes.
Even when he was Jason's friend, and he was dating his wife, and because she lived right up the road from our church, and her parents went to church with us there. And Nathan would always be the kind of guy. Greg Neely's the same way. When they ask you, "How are you doing?" they really care and want a serious answer. And I love that about those two men.
They want to do what's best for you.
Absolutely.
And actually, coincidentally, you and Greg Neely are 4 months apart.
Really?
Yes, really.
I didn't realize Greg was that old.
No, Greg looks 10 years younger than me.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. After falling on his head, that
You really haven't aged much in 10 years.
Well, it's shaving the head.
Yeah.
Shaving the head.
And having a beard makes you look young.
Except it's white. You
know
know what,
it's not too much. I thought it was more yellow.
You know what? Yeah. You know what Bryce wants me to go as for Halloween?
What?
Boba Fett.
Never heard of that.
Oh.
She's making fun of me. Boba Fett.
If that's fat, then I'm obese. And
no, look at you. All right, next question.
Okay.
Move on, or I'll drag us down.
No, we're fine. Okay, what's the? All right, no, it was me. Okay.
You, AJ.
So, what are some spiritual truths you found in movies?
Oh wow, Pixar. So one of my favorite sermons to do is talking about the 2319, right? From Monsters Incorporated.
Yes.
All right. So Monsters Incorporated. What happens in 2319? Y'all know that movie well enough. So the monster goes into the human world and he comes out singing and dancing. And he turns around and he has a sock on his back, right?
Yeah.
And it's poison from the human world. So the and I forgot the three initials. They come crashing down on him. They put the screen up, they shave him, they shower him, and they rip that off, and then they put it under a little thing and blow it up so it destroys that thing that's supposed to kill him, right?
That's right.
And then the whole rest through that movie, as you watch Toy Story, or as you watch Monsters Incorporated, he's sitting there so afraid he's going to get another 2319. Because there's a second 2319. He opens up the locker, it all falls on him. Guys come and they tackle him and they do the same process over again to the point that he's shaking. And third time he gets to 2319, he sees it. The guy gets ready to yell 2319 and he punches him so he doesn't yell it.
Yeah.
All right, so take that. That's scene number one, right? Scene number two is the idea from Toy Story 2 where the cleaner comes to make Woody brand new. You know that part? Okay. So Woody's been Andy's toy for all these years.
The first one is, how do you wash your hair, or what's the process?
So there is a process. Trust me, there is a process. Every morning, I get up and I love to shave my head. It is one of the most relaxing, invigorating, I use the term cathartic points of my day. If I go past 9:30 without shaving my head, I get flu-like symptoms. I feel terrible. My body temperature rises and I just can't handle it. So every morning, shave my face, shave my head completely, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I wish I could go. And crazy enough, I really want to go bald.
You've got a good-looking head.
I know I do, but I'm going to. At least you can have some of my hair if you want.
Well, yeah, you both make me kind of mad. Your dad does too, of course. He's turning into the silver fox, though. You know, he's got that just enough gray to be awesome.
It's not even that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not that bad gray, to be honest with you.
No, but
that's what he said. Yeah, it's like
just enough to make him look like, oh, when I say doctor, I really mean it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because he looks smart.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish I'm at his age, I still have hair.
Oh, you will. Look at that.
Yeah, I know, I still do. AC is the opposite, though. He wants to go bald as soon as possible.
Ever since I started, it is a process to shave my head.
I know
it takes time.
It's a long time.
It's an art form.
It's an art.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cheaper the razor, the better. You know, don't buy 5-blade razors. I use 3-blade razors. Love them.
Okay.
And then buy the gross.
Great advice.
Yes, great advice. Soap and water.
Yes.
Nothing fancy.
No shaving cream.
No shaving cream.
Okay.
I used to use shaving cream on Christmas morning, and we had the same can of shaving cream for so long. And then I taught Seth to shave, and I taught Caleb to shave with that same can of shaving cream.
Good.
So there you go.
I see Seth is trying to grow out a mustache.
Well,
You want a little beard?
he had a little goatee going. He shaved it down the other day to go over to Drew's.
Yeah,
He went to Drew's yesterday. He shaved it down. Caleb could grow a full man beard and man hair if he wanted to.
Yeah, and I like my mustache.
Both of your mustaches look really good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish I could grow more over here, but it's just not.
It's not there yet?
Yeah.
You can't grow the burns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get lamb chops, mutton chops on you?
Yeah.
I don't know. There may be a time at church camp I get you down to shave your head.
I hope so.
Ha
We'll see about
Let's
that.
see about that.
Yeah. Kyle and Kelly won't like it, but he'll.
It'll grow back. It'll look just like
I think it'll go back. It'll grow back like in 2-3 days.
Yeah.
He went bald after graduation. That's what he wanted. as
for
his
graduation.
gift. Yeah. So after he graduated, we had the party.
Yeah.
It was like a few days later, he went completely bald, but it grew. His hair grew back so fast. It was like a week later, it was like that. You couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second question was, will there be any beatboxing at Camp Mac?
Not by me.
Oh, I guess. Oh, he's asking us.
Not by me.
You'll have to be there to see it.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Yeah.
And
And
it looks like we got a couple more comments. Maybe questions.
yeah, I'm ready for some Buck and Gary segment.
Buck and Gary.
I may join. I may do a segment with them, but we'll have to wait
We'll have to
on
see
that
how the
one.
connections.
Oh, connection's terrible.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if we'll re-record it and then post it later or what we're gonna do.
That would be great.
We've talked about.
I
it.
think every day there needs to be one.
We'll see.
We'll play it by ear.
Ear by ears.
Okay,
Yeah, Camp
so
Mac.
we got a question. You probably will know who's the person asking it from the question, but who is your favorite sister-in-law?
Wow, that's a tough one. See, how many do I have? I think I have one.
Yes, you do, and the bunch side.
No, even on my side.
Oh, that's right.
None of my brothers are married.
Blankenbaker side.
So I know, yeah, sister-in-law. Yeah. Yeah.
It's an obvious answer.
I think it's Val. I'd have to say Val.
It's tough, but
That's a
Good.
tough one.
Yeah, and crazy enough that you're the youngest Blankenbaker and Holly's the oldest bunch.
And see, I think it has to be that way because the oldest is, you know, the one who's organized, the one who, you know, gets things taken care of, and the youngest is the one who has no clue how to do that.
okay.
So I need that organizational skill that I don't.
Yeah, luckily Holly's here to could help you in a way. You can help her and what she needs the help on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what married couples are for.
Yep.
So it looks like we didn't receive any more questions, but so I have one final question for you.
Yes.
Is there anything that you want to talk about that we haven't talked about yet? Or anything you want to say?
Just make sure that if you want to go to, you or your kids want to go to Camp Mac, there are scholarships available this year. The cost is only $60. Transportation is up to parents or guardians or, you know, friends, carpool. I know gas prices being what they are, people are going to carpool. You can go by the UBA office and get some sign up. We need those done by July 5th because we ordered t-shirts.
Your birthday, Clay.
Yep, on my birthday. We ordered t-shirts that day, and that way we can get your kid's size or at least close to that. And then we put in our food order based on how many kids we have. It's going to be a great year. In the past couple of years, I've really slammed social media with, "Hey kids, be there, be there, be there." This year I haven't, and I don't want that to, you know, I don't want people to think, well, Clay's not excited about it. I'm extremely excited about it. The messages are going to be great. Fellowship's going to be great. One thing I'm really excited about is the group of these 10th graders who've come in, who are going to be our, you know, new leaders. You know, they're going to be the ones that carry the torch, you know, the next 10 years. And I'm excited about them. I'm excited this year for mission work. Usually we bring in somebody from outside to talk about a mission work. Well, this year we're going to have our group from Spain that has just come back. We're going to have our group from MFuge, who's just going to be coming back. We're going to have a group from Eastern Kentucky, Sarah was a part of, that just came back. So we're going to have people who've served, you know, in the state, people who've served in the community, people who've served in other parts of the world, and that's been a vision of mine of church camp, is adding that missions element. So I'm excited about that, and it's just going to be a great time.
It is going to be.
Reagan Easter is going to lead worship, so that's going to be exciting.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know 3 years ago you're not allowed to have much visitors. So is it still that way this year?
Well, it's really not a pandemic thing anymore.
That was before pandemic.
It was more, yeah.
It's more safety.
Yeah.
As we see our world getting crazier, and people, especially people wanting to ruin what God is doing. And every time God puts something up, we have an enemy who wants to destroy it, and he works through bad actors. He works through people doing terrible things. So we, even pre-pandemic, we started limiting visitors because we have to keep an eye on, let's say we have 85 kids. We have to be able to keep eyes on all 85 kids, and if there's 1 or 2 extra adults on the site, we need to find out who that person is. Why are you here? What are you here for? And we really don't have the extra manpower or woman power to do that. So we have just kind of put up no visitors.
Yeah.
If something happens and you need to pick up your child, there is a way to do that. You can come on campus, speak to whoever's going to be in charge. Somebody will meet you if you pull in, and we can get that child to you, and you can do what you have to do. But yeah, no more visitors like it used to be. As a matter of fact, it just got a little hectic a couple of years trying to keep up with who's there and who's not.
Right, yeah.
Who's taking kids and all that. So
okay.
So yeah,
it's a little sad though, but it's for the
safety.
better.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's definitely for the better. Definitely need to know who's coming and going and all that. And it's we just take our charge very seriously. We take our charge to keep the kids safe. We take our charge to feed them, have fun, and we're there for their spiritual health, their emotional health, their physical health. So we do all that.
Good.
Yeah.
And you were talking about, you said $60.
$60, which
that's a steal just for the food alone, but not
Yes.
not just that. You get a great message from Clay, fun, and you get so much. I'll have to put a link below this afterwards.
That'd be great.
And a way to sign up.
Yeah.
And find out more about it.
You can go to, and I don't know if it's UBA. I don't know the link to get there.
I'll look for it.
Look for it.
But like I said, 3rd through 8th grade sign-ups until July 5th.
Yep. And if you are a junior counselor, we have meetings coming up on the 26th.
26th of June at 1:15.
That's right. And we're serving
taco salad.
Taco salad.
Oh man, I gotta be there.
Church camp taco salad. And we're going to talk about, everything we talked about today, not having people on campus and different things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's just been, again, this community is amazing. If anybody thinks that, well, there's no hope for our future, I could introduce them to groups of kids. When I say kids, I mean 15 to 20-year-olds who go to all different churches, go to all different school systems, homeschooled, parochial school, whatever, who are hungry for God and who are willing to sacrifice their summers. That's a great thing about church camp, is there for a lot of years there were kids losing starting positions on baseball teams because they would rather come to church camp. Kids losing, volleyball, soccer. We've seen it all. Band camp. We've seen kids give up what parents think, well, this should be the most important thing. But they're like, no, Mom, Dad, church camp is important. So even if I lose my starting position, or even if I don't make the team, I'm willing to give that up to do church camp. So it's an amazing thing.
That's good.
We were at First Baptist yesterday, and we saw a girl who made a profession of faith last year at church camp get baptized. And it just reinforces, this is why we do it. This is why we do it. We're here to be a part of these kids' lives, and then to hook them up with a local church wherever they live, and get them plugged in.
All right. Looks like we got. It probably is a comment, but let's see. All right, we got another question similar to the one from a little bit ago. It's who is Clay's favorite niece?
I see. I've got a lot of nieces though, so that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to say Ella, right? Or Hadley. I don't know. Man, that's a leg wrestler.
It's your choice.
It's your choice, Clay.
I don't know. Is it April or autumn? I don't know. Is it? I've got other nieces. See, that's one thing they don't understand.
Yeah.
I do. I have other nieces, so that's a tough one. I have to plead the fifth on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough.
So Hadley, just so you can feel better, you're Clay's favorite, even though
I can't say
he
it.
can't say
I
it.
can't say it.
But just to satisfy you temporarily, I'll say you're the favorite just because you're the one asking the question.
There you go. There you go.
All right, let's wrap things up. AC.
Thanks.
And I do want to put a plug in for Hadley's ministry, for Rolling in Faith and what they're doing. I love to see what's going on with Rolling in Faith, and that plays into church camp also. Church camp is a great, safe place for kids of all abilities, and it's definitely not a camp designed for people with special needs, but we do all we can to help out in every way possible. So it's just a phenomenal thing what God's doing in Hadley's life, and we're talking about just the overwhelming authority of God moving and working in her ministry is a fantastic thing.
Yeah, that's good. And she has a special needs camp next week, Monday through Friday at FBC.
Oh, is that?
It's Tuesday and Thursday.
No, the all week camp, the Monday through Friday.
See, I didn't even know.
They have a week long camp next week.
So is it FBC or is it?
I think
it's Zion.
Oh, Hadley answer. Is it FBC or is it at Zion?
Well, the life skills thing, they did it at Zion, but
I think the FBC.
FBC,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Because right now they're doing VBS.
Oh, well, that's next. Well, VBS is this week for
And
FBC.
then the other week is.
Growing Faith Camp's next week.
See, I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I'm out of the loop.
you're fine, Clay.
My wife would have known.
I
I don't need a calendar.
Oh, no.
I don't need to write it down.
You just
It's
here's
right
your
here.
calendar.
Yeah, right here.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
I need help. That's all I got to say. I needed help driving here. I got in my car and I thought, I know where they live. Then I realized I was back there in your backyard. And I was like, I made a wrong turn. Or
Yeah.
didn't turn. Is it
Yeah.
a wrong turn when you don't turn?
I don't know.
It's a deep theological
Yeah, I
question.
know.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
And you haven't, and plus you haven't been to Honey House in a while.
I don't think I've ever been here in the daytime.
Yeah,
No,
that's
never.
true.
You were here for the office, the office Christmas party in 2015.
Yeah, I've been here for a couple night parties, but daytime, it's not
Not
very often.
really. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, anything else?
That's
We
it.
got another comment.
Thank-
Let me look at it real quick to see. FBC 20th to 24th. Okay.
I knew.
Thanks
it.
for confirming.
Thanks, Hadley. I knew it. Thanks for telling your Uncle Clay about it.
Yeah, thanks for finally getting me hooked up on that.
Yeah.
All right, AC. Let's wrap things up.
Thank you, everybody, for enjoying the video. And comment down below on who should we have for Honey Homeboys in the next few months or in the near future. Here we go, everyone. Keep going and growing. Happy wiggling. See you
All right,
guys.
see ya. Thanks.